Hey guys, it's Justin once again, and coming to you here in Bloomington on a nice Monday afternoon. And today is my Beach Boys Christmas update. Um, Thought about it, what should I do? Hadn't done any of the Christmas stuff, so I thought I would bring some of that stuff out. And I have a couple of things. There's a couple of things I'm missing. I have, but I couldn't find it in time, so we'll just go without it. I kind of have some replacement products for it anyway. So, anyway, let's start out with the 1964 Beach Boys Christmas album. It's a good one. I really enjoy it. And this is the Capitol release of it, original release, non-best condition. As you can see, the record popping out down there. Oh, look, they got the autographs. I wish they were real. Anyway, really good album. It has like the first side is all originals except Frosty the Snowman, and then the rest of the album is traditional. And the traditional songs are all orchestrated by Dick Reynolds, who also did the adult child orchestration stuff from the late 70s with Brian. I do enjoy a lot of the original songs. Little Saint Nick, of course, is great. Now the album version is a slightly different version from the single version. As the Little Saint Nick single version has bells and sleigh bells on it, this one does not. So it's a little missing a little oomph. The Man with All the Toys is great. Of course, Brian will go on to re-record that as well. Santa's Beard, Merry Christmas Baby, great ones. I guess Mike has been doing Santa's Beard recently, Mike and Bruce at their shows. That's pretty cool. Christmas Day, that's Al Jardine's first lead vocal, and it's a good one. I totally enjoy it. And Zoe Deschanel has done a version of Christmas Day. I suggest going out and finding it. It's a great version. My girlfriend has the album on vinyl of She and Him Christmas. You should go out and get it. It's great. I love We Three Kings. It's just the very beginning is just. I remember hearing it on the A&E biography of Brian Wilson, the beginning of it, and it just sounds so like down and depressing. But the vocals are just awesome. All the vocals on the traditional side are very Four Freshmen influenced. And of course, we have the a cappella version of Auld Lang Syne, and Dennis does his little vocal, or not vocal, but talking to the audience and such. And he kind of flubs up on the lines, which I didn't realize for a while until someone had noticed that and posted on one of the boards. So, anyway, here's the record itself. And of course not in very great condition. That's alright. This was the second one I got. The first one I had found was this one. As you can see, the yellow Capitol emblem at the top there. Get out of the light there. And so that is a re-release. And it has the same back. This one's in a little better condition, but it's nothing to run home without. And of course, with it being re-release, it's on the orange Capitol label. So I would imagine that's from the 70s or so. And so we come to the early 90s. I had gotten this from a catalog entry. It was the first Christmas Beach Boys album I had gotten on CD. At the time, Ultimate Christmas was on CD. I just hadn't got it yet. And so this is when the original two first came out. So you have the little ad for that with the CDs and the cassettes available. And this one had a couple of bonus tracks. Has the Little Saint Nick single version, Lord's Prayer, which is not released on the latter Ultimate Christmas, which is kind of odd. It was released on Hawthorne CA, I believe a stereo remix. The alternate take of Little Saint Nick, which is the backing track to Drive In from the All Summer Long album with Little Saint Nick lyrics over it. And then the Auld Lang Syne alternative take is without Denny's, uh, without Denny's little overdub of "Thank You for Buying This." So this is from '91. And then we move on to Ultimate Christmas, which came out in '98, I believe. I was not a fan yet at that point. But this is a great, great collection. It's got the '64 album along with those same bonus tracks except Lord's Prayer. Then it goes into their 1974, let's see here, 1974 single Child of Winter, which is awesome. And then it goes into the Christmas album they were going to do for Warner Brothers, CBS, I don't know. It was around MIU. So you have Santa's Got an Airplane, which is basically a loop-de-loop flip-flop flying in an airplane. And I tried playing these songs for my girlfriend. That I told her, I was like, these are not very, some of these aren't very Christmassy. Santa's Got an Airplane is not, in my opinion. Christmas Time is Here Again is not the Beatles' Christmas Time is Here Again. It probably would have been better if it was. It is the, I believe, Al Jardine lead vocal has the Peggy Sue backing track from the MIU album. Then we have Winter Symphony, which is a Brian track from MIU. It's awesome. His voice is just great. I love that song. The horns, and I believe it was written with Diane Revelle as well. I Saw Santa Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is with Al and then his two kids. It's kind of odd. It's not any song that you think it is. It's not any traditional song. They took the backing track to, I want to say they called it Walkin'. I don't know if that's really the right track name for that, but they took the backing track and then his kids do this soft-spoken kind of, last night I saw Mom with Santa Claus, blah, blah, blah. I'm not giving that justice. You have to hear it to believe it. Mele Kalikimaka is not the same tune that is traditionally heard. It is the back track to Kona Coast, and it's also been called Kona Christmas. And it's very similar to that song, and I believe sleigh bells are played during it on the chorus. Bells of Christmas is Bells of Paris, which I actually really love. Bells of Christmas. I love both the songs, and ends with a very awesome a cappella of the chorus line. Morning Christmas is Dennis's song. It's been referred to as Holy Christmas or Holy Holy. It's his only submission for this time. It's a really awesome tune, very kind of experimental for a Christmas song. That and Winter Symphony are very, very original Christmas tunes that can be replicated. Toy Drive Public Service Announcement was something they did with in the 70s that had to do with Crystal Ship, which had to do with donating toys for tots, basically. And it's really a cool jingle because they play the Little Saint Nick piano part in the background, and they kind of re-sing it. And this is from the 70s as well. And Dennis Wilson's Christmas Message has the backing track from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then Dennis from, I want to say, the 70s. It sounds like his voice, that era of voice, with a little Christmas message. And then Brian Wilson Christmas Interview is from around the 64 era. And I don't know if it was on an EP or a radio promo, but someone's talking to him about the Christmas album. And comes with a very neat booklet. Kind of a cool picture on the background of them performing with Christmas trees and such. So Brad Elliott does the liners, and there's a better picture of that when they're performing. This is, I think you should, any Beach Boys fan should have this. It's just got great liners of when everything was recorded. Of course, there's a little It looks like EMI, Capital thing, Survey, and there's your credits there. And this is Christmas with the Beach Boys, which came out, I want to say 2002. Nothing overly important to get for this. It's just one of those things. I mean, you can see it's the same pictures and stuff. Some slightly different. And it's got the same exact tracks, except Christmas Time Is Here Again is not on here. They took that off for some reason. So that's the only difference about it, and it's not really that big of a deal, but I try to get every type of different, releases. And this is what I couldn't find. I couldn't find What I Really Want for Christmas by Brian Wilson. This is a copy that someone made me recently. They didn't know if I had it or not. So it's not really got a booklet, and this is sparkly if it wasn't a copy of the cover. I feel like the cover of this is kind of a reference to the old Christmas albums that just had like a bow on it and stuff. But a lot of people were disappointed with the cover and with the CD, and I actually really enjoy it. It's got a lot of good traditional songs. Starts out with a rockin' great version of The Man with All the Toys, and then What I Really Want for Christmas, which was written with Bernie Taupin, I believe, and who's Elton John's collaborator. And the song Christmassy was written with Jimmy Webb. Those are really great songs. Brian's band does great backing vocals for